Welcome back to Sommelier, your tastemaker for every little thing. And this week we are talking about two spirits that I have always been interested in and love to talk about, gin and vodka. So we're gonna be talking all about what they are, where they came from, where they hailed from, some differences between the two. And gin and vodka, spoiler alert, are both incredibly popular spirits to make mixed drinks with. So we're gonna be talking about some of the most famous mixed drinks made with gin and vodka, just so you understand what you are drinking if you have ordered some of these before. And a little bit about the flavor profile of these drinks. And yeah, if there's anything else you guys want to know about gin or vodka in particular, please let me know in the comments. Make sure you like and subscribe. We're trying to build a community out here, and anything you can do to tell other people about us, we deeply appreciate it. Alrighty, y'all, let's dive right into it. First things first, vodka. My thing about vodka has always been that vodka sneaks up on you. It doesn't have that much of a flavor profile to me. I have had many different vodkas, and I'm like, oh, okay. It has a little bit of like a subtle taste, but it's not like, it's not water or anything. You know you're tasting a spirit, but it's not like a tequila where you're like, whoo, okay, I feel the worm coming down. And it's also not like a whiskey where you really feel that burning in your chest. Vodka goes down pretty smooth for me, which again makes it a really popular thing to have with mixed drinks. But here's the thing, I had a dinner party a few years ago, personal story time. I had a dinner party a few years ago and I made some like lemon drop mixed drinks, and I tasted the lemonade with the vodka and I was like, well, this is okay, but I could use a little bit more. And so I put like a lot of vodka in it, and I was tasting like, okay, now I can start to taste the vodka a little bit. And man, by the end of the party, people were like, what the hell is in these drinks, this lemonade? I was like, oh. And now I know. Vodka, you gotta be careful with, because it will sneak up on you. That's what I mean by that. It sneaks up on you. You don't realize how much you're drinking until you're already fully immersed in what the vodka has to say. So just be careful about that. But let me just tell you a little bit about vodka. So vodka is a spirit that is actually made in a super similar way that whiskey is made, just without the barrel aging. So if you have never seen my episode that I've already made about whiskey, check it out. But you do use grains and potatoes usually to make vodka, and you put them through a still, and I think they're often like double distilled sometimes to make vodka, but then you just take it and you bottle it right away. That's why it's clear. It's not barrel aged or anything. You just take it exactly as it is. It's unaged. That's what I'm trying to say. It's unaged. You just take it and you drink it. While you can make vodka anywhere in the world, traditionally it comes from Eastern Europe, specifically Poland and Russia. So that's the traditional way, or the traditional method, or just the invention of vodka in particular, comes from that part of the world. And it is something that if you are in Russia or in Poland, you will be exposed to a lot. Modern days though, people put a whole bunch of different stuff in vodkas to give it flavors. It can be peach, it can be raspberries, it can be a whole bunch of stuff, but like the traditional way to do it is just with the grains and with the potatoes, which is why you get all sorts of vodkas coming from all sorts of celebrities and different companies that are really popular, because you can make vodka from anywhere. It's not like whiskey where it's like, well, it's only bourbon if it's from this area, it's only champagne if it's from this area. Vodka doesn't have any of those rules. I've talked all about vodka. Let's talk a little bit about gin, and then we'll talk about the mixed drinks. So gin is incredibly similar to vodka because it's made of the same stuff, but also with botanicals. So while vodka is made with grains and also with potatoes, gin on the other hand is made with grains but also like botanicals. So that's like juniper berries is like the most popular thing that vodka is made of, juniper berries, but also different herbs, different spices. It's just got a little bit more they call them botanicals, but just herbs and stuff in it to make it. And then you distill those and then you bottle it right away, just like with vodka. But yeah, once again, potatoes and grains for vodka, and botanicals, specifically juniper berries, usually for gin. And also, gin comes traditionally from like the Dutch. The Dutch invented gin. This is their like method of creating, so that is where it comes from. You're also gonna hear a lot of people talk about it in London, who created like a style of gin that is really, really dry. So that is, I think, what really popularized gin in the modern world. Alrighty, so I've said all that. Now let's talk about the mixed drinks. Vodka martini. So a vodka martini is exactly that. It is a, like, let me even take a step back. All martinis are drinks that are served in a martini glass. I actually have one back here. a martini glass. So a vodka martini is not that complicated. Literally, you just put vodka in the martini glass. Sometimes you'll hear people talk about it, vodka with a twist. The twist is actually, they take a orange peel and they twist it, and they sometimes squeeze the oils from the orange peel into the vodka that is just straight up, and they put it on, and there's like vodka with a twist, and that's it. Or sometimes you'll see a vodka martini with an olive. Sometimes they'll put an olive into the drink. It is exactly that. But what you want to remember about all sorts of martinis, I know the porn star martinis, the espresso martinis, what makes it a martini? The glass, the martini glass. So another really popular martini drink that is made with vodka is the lemon drop. So lemon drops are also vodka drinks served in a martini glass made with vodka. The Cosmopolitan is another vodka drink. Apparently it was made popular by the show Sex and the City from HBO, is a vodka drink. And you know what, I'm even gonna look at my notes to tell you, a Bloody Mary is a vodka drink, a White Russian, a vodka soda, a vodka tonic, a screwdriver, an espresso martini, an appletini, a strawberry lemonade vodka punch, vodka Collins, a Black Russian. All of these drinks are vodka, and they're traditionally made in a martini glass. So let's turn around and talk about gin. Gin, very similar to vodka, is also made often in a martini glass. So sometimes people will ask for a vodka martini or a gin martini. That just means you're either gonna put vodka in it or you're gonna put gin in it. Sometimes you see vodka tonic, that means vodka and tonic, or a gin tonic, that's literally gin and sparkling water. Or club soda, if you are really into the difference between those things. A Negroni is also made with gin. It is a gin, Campari, and sweet vermouth. It is a very harsh situation. I've had a Negroni. I find it to be a little bit too harsh for my palate, but as we know from the famous meme, a Negroni Spagliato with Prosecco in it, it's a gin martini with Prosecco in it. Let me clarify what I mean by the Negroni Spagliato thing. So a Negroni Spagliato with Prosecco in it. So that word Spagliato, something happened in Italy where someone was trying to make a Negroni for someone who came to the bar, and instead of grabbing the gin, they grabbed Prosecco instead. So Negroni Spagliato with Prosecco in it, that word Spagliato indicates that it has Prosecco in it. So a Negroni, traditionally made with gin, what Emma said in that meme, what she was talking about is literally a Negroni with a Campari and all the other ingredients, but just without the gin. So that's what that meme means, if anyone was ever curious at what everyone was talking about that was so stunning. Alrighty, let me wrap up my talk about gin martinis. I'm gonna name a couple others. The Gimlet is a gin martini, the Negroni, the martini. French 75 is traditionally a gin drink. It's gin, lemon juice, simple syrup, and champagne. So very fun, very festive, but a gin drink. So if you're not a really big fan of gin drinks, French 75 is likely not gonna be for you. Or you can ask for it. Actually, you can't even ask for a Spagliato because it's already got sparkling wine in it. So anyway, just know that. The Bee's Knees, which is a gin, lemon juice, and honey syrup. And then a bunch of other things that you probably have not heard of before, but the thing that I really want you guys to take away or understand from this episode, that gin and vodka are two different things. I'm gonna share some of my really popular, I'm not a huge, one thought at a time. So one thing I want you guys to take away from this episode is that gin and vodka are not the same things. They look the same, but they taste a little bit different. Gin is a bit harsher, while vodka doesn't taste like anything, so it's easier to hide in mixed drinks, which is why they're so popular. Gin, on the other hand, has a lot more of a personality. It's a little bit more harsh. You definitely know that it's there. So you wanna be very careful when you're trying to determine between like a gin martini and a vodka martini. The difference is gonna be quite sparse if you're interested in exploring. That's the things I want you guys to know about gin versus vodka. The next thing I want you guys to know are some popular gins and popular vodkas if you're looking for like reputable places to start. Obviously, I feel like vodka is probably one of the first drinks people start to explore when they first start drinking, whether that's if in the US you're in undergraduate school or just getting older. And honestly, a lot of people I know just completely stop drinking after just experimenting with stuff that they taste off the shelf because it's just low quality and doesn't taste good and no one wants to try it. But I'll include a couple examples alongside me of some really reputable vodkas and some really reputable gins that I've heard good things about and that I also use. I have on my bar this gin from New Amsterdam, very popular brand of gin. I am not a gin drinker. I bought this as part of a online virtual mixology class I was taking. And as you can see, I made the drink once and I didn't use it again, and not everything is for everybody. And I don't want to yuck your yum. So if you are a person that has had gin before and was really into it, I recommend that you try it out for yourself and see how you feel and see if it speaks to you. Alrighty, so with my recommendations of different gins and things to try and vodkas to try, I want to hear from y'all. What do you like? What don't you like? What was helpful? Was this episode helpful? Was this format helpful? I just want to hear from you guys. I really am passionate about sharing wine education and spirits education with the world because I feel like everyone should know these things because they are so ubiquitous in outside life and people usually don't have the education to be able to kind of understand the world around them, and that's what I'm here for. Alrighty, friends, thank you so much for your time. I so appreciate it. This one was a little bit shorter this week. I will see everybody next week where we have more fun in store on Sommelier. Thank you so much for your time. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.